Hey folks, welcome to another Triple T Thursday. For those just joining us, that's Tools, Tips, and Talk, where I talk about stuff for the knife maker. So in today's discussion, we're going to talk about photography and taking pictures of your knives, which is was a challenge for me when I started. So I'm sure people have had questions about this. So that's something I wanted to go over today. So that's why you see me in my office where I do all my editing and most of the pictures I take of knives. So let's talk a bit about that. Let's have you guys get great pictures of your photos because that's really how you market them. So let's go down to the table here and I'll show you what I use. So I'm here sitting on the floor in my office in front of probably the most important piece of equipment you're going to need to take good photos. And that is a light box. And really all this is this very thin fabric. This one happens to have some different colored kind of sheets that go inside as a backdrop. And it came with these lights. And you'll notice the lights shine through the sides and it gives it a soft light. So these are really important. I think I paid 40 bucks for this. I will put a link to this down in the description. Get one of these. This is the most important piece you will need. You can make one, but honestly, for 40 bucks, it gives you 4 or 5 different backdrops. It gives you the lights. Like, I don't even think you could make one cheaper. So check that link out. Next, once you have the light box, and it has the most important aspect of getting soft light around your photos, around your knives. By doing that, you don't get shadows behind them. You don't get things that distract from the image. So first of all, I am not a photographer by trade or anything like that. I am not going to give you advice on how to get the best pictures and what to do on camera settings. Don't come to me for that. But I can tell you how to get the most out of placement and, effects kind of with your knives. So one of the very first things you'll need, besides the light box, is something to put the knife on. Knives do not, in my opinion, take very good pictures when they're just sitting on something flat. You'll notice as soon as I did that, the reflection of the knife is now the background. It doesn't look as good. I like to use some kind of natural piece of background. I picked up this driftwood. All I did was kind of sand it a little. I buffed it and I put kind of a clear lacquer on it just so that it would stay kind of shiny and nice. And this lets you prop your knife up. And it gives you a natural background that isn't too intrusive. The reason to prop something up, you've got this white background. And one effect, of course, of knives is that they're metal. They're reflective, especially if you have a mirrored finish. None of these do. But if you had a mirrored finish knife, what you don't want to see is yourself in the knife, mirrored in the knife, taking the picture. Like you want the knife to stand out a lot. What I'll do sometimes is I just have this cheap little couple of pieces of paper. I will put this in front of the knife so that I'm getting a white reflection in the knife and I can take the picture and I'm really just seeing a nice white blade. And I'm not seeing something in the room reflected. So play with the angle of the knife to get the most effective picture. Make sure you prop it up on something. For kitchen knives, use something appropriate. Like I have this great cutting board that actually my boss got me. For Christmas, it's got my name on it. So maybe it'll be something kitchen related, like a vegetable or a tomato or something, and I'll prop it against that, or I'll even use the same thing. But that's a nice effect because it brings in the kitchen motif. So I'll use that for kitchen knives. For smaller knives, I've got just a smaller piece of driftwood, and these are great because you can just use different, you can prop it up on different ways, different pieces of the driftwood to make it look nice. So you'll see most of my knives are propped up on these kind of things. I've also done pictures in cases and actually just prop something up under the case so the case is tilted a bit. So that works well as well. So definitely get yourself a light box. It's great to position the cameras, the lights as well. Change the angle of your knives so you're not getting weird reflections. If you are, try to get a white piece of paper or something to make sure you get the best reflection. I will take a lot of pictures just with my cell phone, since it's got a good camera in it, and do it that way. If you have a professional camera, even better. Get it on a tripod. This came I didn't even mention that, this came with a little tripod for your camera with a camera mount for your phone, with a phone mount. So that works great. So position the lights, get yourself a light box, play with the backgrounds, play with the position, because if this is too close to the background, you will see a shadow. So typically you want to pull it out from the background. And just take some good pictures. Zoom in on certain areas. Like if you want a picture of your logo, you want a full-length picture of the knife, maybe you want a picture of the handle. So I'll typically do those. A lot of people want a picture down the spine to make sure, you got a nice straight blade. So those are kind of the 4 pictures I will typically take. A shot like that with my logo. I'll take a handle shot. I'll take a close-up of the blade, a close-up of the other side of the blade, and then a spine shot. And those are the shots that I'll typically I'll do for a photo session on a knife. And what's very popular now is taking all 3 of those and kind of putting them in one piece. So you've got a shot of the blade, a shot of the handle, and a zoom in of the blade just in one shot, which looks pretty good. I haven't done too much of that. But hopefully this will help you. Go get yourself the light box. I can't say enough about this. It is the only way to get a really good picture that you're not getting a bunch of shadows and weird things. So hopefully this helped you guys out. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out the links in the descriptions, along with the links to my Instagram and my Etsy page. Check those out. And guys, we'll see you on the next one.